All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another Mouthpiece Entertainment movie review. I'm Nick P.
And I am Diana. Hello.
And what are we reviewing today?
Right now, we are reviewing The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So.
Which in this case, I feel like you're the devil.
Yeah, because I was like, let's go see this. And then we both ended up disappointed.
Me personally, I do not enjoy possession movies because it's always the same shtick. It's somebody's going to pop and lock, cuss a lot, somebody's going to fly across a room, and then the movie ends. And this pretty much did exactly that.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same formula you get every time.
So for everybody to know what we're talking about, let's go ahead and start in with story. I already have an opinion about these movies, so I will let you explain how this one goes.
So I didn't realize that I knew that they were like a franchise because I've seen the Conjuring movies before, but I didn't realize that they were like the same people trying to just like pass off stories from this family. What'd you say, the Warren family? Yes. I've been watching these movies forever and didn't even pay attention to the characters behind it. But then we talked about it after the movie, and I was just like, wait, these people are making so much money off these whack-ass stories based off of real people that they exploited, and they're continuing to exploit us to watch these fucking movies. And then I got mad about it, and I was like, I'm never watching one again, just because I don't want money for it.
So basically, this is a movie about a gentleman who gets possessed in a very different way from what we're used to in this series, and he is then put on trial for it. And the basis behind this movie, which I feel like it kind of forgets, is that they now have to exonerate this man, saying that he did this not because it was a crime of passion or anything like that. He needs to not be found guilty by means of possession.
Which they have never done apparently in America before, based off of the information in the movie, but they have in England like two times. So I thought you were right. If they had done a story based off of that, if we just had something that wasn't based on a true story, like and just like a made up movie based off of that, and then like brought it to trial, I think that would actually be pretty interesting if you had the spooky parts of the possession, but then the movie was just about it from that point of view. But no, they just gave us a cool idea, but a shitty movie.
Yeah, so I mean, the way they built this movie up, it seems like we're going to have like a Perry Mason, Matlock, like match of wits in the courtroom kind of thing. But no, it's just these two people running around in the forest fighting things that aren't there.
Yeah, and that's I felt kind of tricked into watching it, because whenever I was watching the movie, I'm like, oh, this is just like any other possession movie. But what, like you said, it kind of drew me in, because it looked intriguing in the beginning. Like they're going to court over this guy, but he was actually possessed when he committed the murder or whatever. Like that was actually like a really cool story.
And even if it was only interesting enough to maybe make it to like a Hulu special holiday scary movie, it would have been a better movie than what we watched today. And I gotta tell you, it was just not, to me, a horror movie. If you're gonna do just jump scares, at least make it awesome deaths or effective jump scares. This did none of that right. It was a bit much. And by that, I mean it was nothing at all. They were just going off the name at this point.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I did like it better than the other ones. Like, I liked it better than Annabelle. I hated Annabelle. So this one, like, I thought it was, like, the concept also based off of the religion, like how hardcore they went between Satanists and Christians.
Oh, they are going after Satanists on this one.
And I was like, this is almost political. Almost. Like, this almost has an agenda.
So let's dive into the performances, the visuals. What did you think?
I think the only character that impacted me was the guy who got killed. Because he was just, I didn't know how to feel about him. And Honestly, there was one part in the movie where I was like, this would have been like a really cool story of like someone who accidentally killed someone because their brain caused them to flip out and they thought they were being attacked, but they really were the one doing the murder, like watching it, witnessing it, and someone seeing it, but the perspective of someone who has like schizophrenia or mentally ill, in a realistic way. Like that was kind of the vibes I got from it. That part was like, huh, that's cool. But
I almost feel like it didn't have that vibe. You just wanted it to because you wanted it to be a movie that you can connect with.
I wanted
There
it.
was absolutely none of what you were saying in there.
I thought that would have been such a cool perspective.
If they would have went into a trial setting, maybe.
Yeah.
But instead, we got this.
Yeah,
which
that's
had nothing
fair.
to do with the trial.
There were just points here and there where I was like, man, if they would have just kept that idea and went with it, I would have liked this. But in the end, you're right. I just...
You wanted it to be that, so you could have liked it. But we had... nobody in here did a bad performance. Even the little 8-year-old boy.
The little boy was popping and locking.
Yeah, he aced his thing. But yeah, this kind of goes to show you that just because you have competent actors...
doesn't mean it's going to be a good movie.
Doesn't mean you got a solid show.
Yeah.
Nobody turned in a bad performance, except for maybe the director and the writer and the producers.
Well, and I didn't know we could watch it on HBO. And when I found out when we were leaving the theater, I actually kind of got sad because I wish we had watched it at home instead of in theaters. So if you have that as an option and you really feel like you need to see it, don't go to theaters. Just watch it on HBO.
This is not an experience that you want in a theater.
The effects weren't that good.
I mean, the effects weren't bad, but again, I, in my free time, used to watch the League of Extraordinary Dancers.
Yeah.
And there is a dance crew that does what they call the bone-breaking dances, which is them just contorting in crazy-ass ways. Mm-hmm. So the most interesting part of the movie was when the possessed people do that. And again, I've seen it. I've seen it done better.
They did have good, for movies, good contortioning. I've seen better too, working in the haunted house industry. But
it's like, at some point, people who enjoy these movies just got to admit that they are afraid of their own socks.
Oh, I definitely was scared. I'm a scared cat when it comes to movies. I'm like terrified for some reason, but if it's like in front of me, I don't get scared like that. Like at haunted houses and stuff, I don't ever get scared. But when movies, I'm a fucking baby. I don't know. I was hiding under my blanket the whole time.
And I don't understand why. It's like hiding from Grimace or Birdie from McDonald's.
If Grimace came in looming over me, I would pull up my blanket, yes. So don't judge me if you want to.
Okay, if Mayor McCheese did approach me, all like shining, glistening with just fried burger grease on his face.
And a sesame bun just slides off in front of you, and you're like, what the fuck?
Hey, Terrence. Maybe I would jump. But at anything in this movie, no. All it really tried to tell us is that the Warrens can beat anything so long as love is their weapon.
And that part was so whack. The ending, I was like, ew. We both at the same time just had let out this cry of disgust when when he pulls out when she opens.
This movie was tragically predictable, and as always, they really want you to know, gaunt white women are the most dangerous and satanic thing on this planet. That's not giving anything away.
Oh, man.
If you've seen any of the Conjurings, if you've seen The Nun, you know what I'm talking about already.
Yeah.
So, from the stellar act, I wouldn't say stellar. This was pretty much, it was just good acting.
Yeah,
it was just good acting from people we know do good work.
Yeah. Who's the one who plays the husband?
Patrick Wilson.
Yes, I like Patrick Wilson.
Yeah, he's always going to be Owlman to me, or he's always going to be the pedophile from Hard Candy.
Yeah, yes.
He aces all his roles.
If you want to watch a movie with him, that's a good one.
He aces all his roles. So from the lackluster storyline, loosely based off of actual events, based
on a true story. They put quotations based on a true story.
Yeah, so loosely based on a true story with. This didn't have terrible CG.
It wasn't that good.
We have been blessed over the years with people who do great CG. this was okay. This was nothing spectacular. Again, it's him facing the wall and then turning around.
Yeah.
That's this entire movie. I'm gonna say, from production, from story, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
Oh, that's more nice. That's nicer than I was gonna give it. For me, the only thing I did like about it were some of those story plots that kind of came to mind, and it was a little different than most movies like that in the aspect of it going away and coming back and not being a constant thing, and just like, I don't know. There was some things about it that I were like, okay, I'm just gonna give it a 2.7 because I can't give it more than that. I don't think it deserves a 3. I'm not gonna watch it again.
2.7 out of 10, which is crazy because we had a conversation after the movie where you said this was okay for what it was, and I was like, no, this is complete trash. Then you said, name a better possession movie, and I almost immediately gave you The Evil Dead and Jennifer's Body.
Yeah, and then whenever you pointed it out, I was like, okay, fair. I changed my mind. I can do that.
Are possession movies. They are superior. On this one, personally, watch on HBO Max or when it comes on any streaming service that you pay for everything else with. Not worth your money, not worth your time.
Yeah.
So I guess for Mouthpiece Entertainment, I'm Nick P.
And I'm Diana.
Save your money.
Yes.
Bye.
And I don't even like Megan Fox, but
she did good.
I like that movie.
She aced that role.
I thought it was biased because my girl's in it, but Amanda Seyfried. But no.
Bye, everybody.